All right, everyone. Van Hollen decided to go to Margaritaville, and now he's claiming that it was a staged photo, as if the optics could not get worse for the Democratic Party right now. Link in the description, archive, of course. Senator Chris Van Hollen goes to El Salvador to meet with Abrejo Garcia. This was already a mistake. It was already optically poor. He is getting pretty much crucified at the moment because the mother of the alleged slain decided to come out and say, well, I mean, this is bullshit. He's going down there to meet with the criminal. He hasn't met with me, basically. So he was already getting crucified. Then he goes down there and meets with the Rejo Garcia in a rather posh setting. So this doesn't look like a Supermax facility. It looks like an upscale hotel room or something like that. And they were drinking margaritas. Van Hollen decided that the reaction to this, and this is inexplicable. And the other day I said that Democrats were reaching under their desks for their liquor to try to take the edge off of the misery that was being instilled upon them. I guarantee that this time they took a double shot. His reaction to Margaritagate, as he himself termed it, which is already itself a significant error linguistically, was to claim, well, yeah, but it was a staged photo op. We were set up by Bukele. Yeah, you didn't drink the margarita, I'm sure. But I'm sure that someone who supposedly has been in a Supermax prison for a number of days, he didn't touch the margarita either. He wouldn't, he would never do that. That would never happen. Nobody goddamn believes this. I mean, even the liberal commentators are basically radio silent right now on this particular issue because the optics are so goddamn poor. You go to a foreign country to talk randomly with somebody who has been deported from the country. You're gaslighting the public. You're meeting up with someone who is a lifelong criminal, effectively, and was illegally in the country. When they say, well, he was a lawful resident, that's gaslighting. That was never true. That's not actually the case. It's not actually the case. And then you do an apology tour because you realize that the optics were so poor, and he was probably coerced into addressing the issue by Nancy Pelosi and the other Democratic leadership. Pelosi and Schumer probably double teamed him and said, look, you need to clean this up and you need to clean it up fast. Again, though, his reaction was basically to say, I didn't drink the margarita. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, I had a meaningful meeting with this criminal, but I didn't drink the margarita, so don't worry about it too much. Are you crazy? Has the Democratic Party lost its fucking mind? You think that this is the proper public response to something that is blown up even in the legacy media? I don't think so. I don't think that it's going to work very well. Van Hollen is insane. I pointed that out in my New Tech exclusive the other day. The Democratic leadership is nuts to have allowed him to do this. They should have muzzled him effectively and told him this is not a good idea. Grandstanding is okay, but there are limitations to how you grandstand. Celebrating, right before Easter, by the way, celebrating a criminal who is presumptively violent and was deported from the country for a reason, who can't be returned because otherwise we would literally have to pay El Salvador millions of dollars probably to get him back. This makes no sense. The public is not going to respond well to this. It's not even a positive reflection on the Trump administration so much as just a massively negative effect upon the Democrats. They don't know what they're doing. You've got no party leader. You've got no real representation. Van Hollen is goddamn nuts. Literally nuts. Like, you have to be insane to do this sort of thing. I can't believe it. I've seen some optically poor stuff go on over the last few years, but I haven't seen anything on this order of magnitude. It's like comparing a couple of 3.0 earthquakes to the 9.0 earthquake. That's basically what you're dealing with. It's inexplicable. Link in the description, archived, of course, as though the optics couldn't have gotten worse. His response somehow eclipses even the original meeting. The fact that he expressed a desire to go and meet with Garcia, that was bad. Then he actually met with him. That was worse because, you're drinking margaritas with this dude and now you're claiming that Bukele set you up. Well, it was a staged photo op. Why did you allow them to take photos of you with obviously alcoholic beverages in front of you? Did you think that that was a good idea? So either you're fucking stupid or you're fucking lying. One of these two things is absolutely objectively true. Then you respond to it. Well, making a response in and of itself is not the problem, it's how you respond to it. Throwing it all on Bekele and claiming, well, they dragged the margaritas out and then they took a photo. Okay, you saw the margaritas on the table. At that point, you should have left. If you thought that there was any possibility of you being set up, you should have stood up and said, sorry, I can't continue this little interview of mine. It never really should have happened in the first place, by the way. And the idea, and then claiming that you didn't drink the fucking margarita, that makes a lot of sense. I'm sure you never touched it. No member of Congress ever likes a little bit of liquor once in a while. Neither, by the way, do terrorists, which is what Garcia is. The fact is that he was rightfully deported from the country, and there's effectively no way to bring him back. When the Supreme Court therefore rules, by the way, that you must facilitate his return, how? By what methodology can you actually do that? Is Trump supposed to go down to El Salvador today and beg for the release of this particular individual because he's so goddamn important? No. I think that Trump should argue that maybe he's moved to a better facility or something like that. That would be reasonable. But I mean, other than that, what the hell are you supposed to do? You can't, unless you want to invade El Salvador, you can't force them to give up a prisoner. It doesn't matter if this individual is claiming protected status. It literally doesn't matter. They are not physically in the United States. At the moment, they're in El Salvador. Therefore, they're under El Salvadoran jurisdiction. Same thing within the United States with the different states. You're prosecuted by one state. The fact that you live in another state does not necessarily shield you. That's just the way that it works. So yeah, you've got Margaritagate, and the problem is that Van Hollen is the one that literally minted the term. You've got to be completely kidding me. I can't believe, I mean, senators tend to be dumb anyway, generally speaking, but it's hard for me to believe that a person can be this brain dead. It's like I guess the Democratic Party has found a new leader. I mean, someone more crazy than AOC. That's about all. Peace out.